Most of my life, I never felt good enough. My biological father chose his alcoholism over me, leading to my living in an orphanage for a while. I went to live with an uncle that beat me for not meeting his expectations. In the church I grew up in, I felt I could never be good enough for God, no matter how hard I tried. Eventually, I got tired of trying to please everybody. I stopped going to church. I got involved in drugs, stealing, hanging out with the wrong people, landed in jail a couple times. Eventually, I got my act straight and I ended up going back to church, but no matter how hard I tried, I still didn't feel I had God's approval. I served as a deacon, a youth sponsor, sang in the choir, became president of the adult Sunday school class at 19. I ended up going to Bible college. I took my degree and went on from there, becoming a psychologist, working with victims of abuse, violent offenders, severely disturbed individuals. I went back to Lincoln Christian University and taught for 11 years, but nothing I ever achieved seemed good enough. Then I sensed a call to start a ministry to pastors in crisis. A number of people encouraged me to pursue this, but I was certain this wasn't something God would ask me to do. I didn't think I was qualified, and I figured others would think the same thing. While on a retreat with the church, I found some time to be alone with God in front of a cross made out of tree limbs. I broke down crying. I said, "God, I'm not good enough." And then, not in an audible voice, but without any question about what I experienced, God said, "So?" I immediately felt peace. I realized at that moment God didn't need me to be good enough, and He was telling me to stop trying. That was quite freeing for me. I walked away knowing that God had called me to do this ministry. In the last 10 years, I've worked with over 100 pastors, missionaries, and other church leaders in crisis, counseling, consulting, training, and leading retreats myself. I'm not good enough, but I don't have to be.